This is the J Pitt Show.
So I posted a couple social videos this past week talking about why pricing your home correctly from the beginning is more important now than ever.
Yeah.
And, one of the points I brought up was if you overprice your home, you're more than likely going to get less than the correct price if you would have listed it there in the beginning. Is that something you're in agreement with?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think right now it has always been important to price your home correctly. It has always been important in a stagnant or declining market to get ahead of the market, right? Which is hard, right? Because we value based on historical sale, but when the market is healthier at the time the historical sales transacted than it is currently, then the comparable sale approach seems weird. And try convincing a seller that the right thing for them is to accept less than their neighbor did because the market's not as good today as it was then, especially when they don't actually think they're comparable. They think theirs is superior when it is comparable. Okay. So yes, Ryan, to answer your question, full agreement, full stop. I think the worst thing you can do is overprice your home. There is no better momentum to be had than the beginning of your listing period. And if you miss the price and you're trying to play catch up later, I think it typically costs you more money.
Yeah. One thing I've also said in these videos too is you need an agent that is telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And I've
Courage.
really, really started hitting on that. And it's hard to do unless you've been doing it for a while. And, been doing it 8 years now. And just in the last few years, I felt like I'm really able to go in somewhere and just be me, tell somebody something without being scared. Man, it's a good feeling too.
Yeah.
Makes me feel more confident, and you don't have to worry as much once the deal starts. Once you list a home or help somebody buy, you got to tell your 100% truth from the very beginning, and I think it makes things way easier.
Firmly agree. I said the word courage a minute ago. I think you have to have the courage to tell somebody what your professional opinion is. You have to stick to it when they resist, and you have to do so effectively, without being a jerk, without being too rigid, without not hearing them. You have to hear them. I hear you. I hear where you're coming from. I totally understand. I wish it were so. Here's what's going to happen if we do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what's going to happen if we do this. If we do this, we get success. If we do this, we don't. If you want to list a house at $499 and they want to list a house at $525. Hey, if we list at $525, we're not going to get $499. We're going to get $475. Like we're gonna extend the days on market by 60 to 90 days. Okay, you're gonna get showings. But you're not gonna get offers. And if you get offers, they're gonna be low. And you're probably gonna sit for a period of time, and we're gonna do a price reduction to $515. Okay, and then you're going to get a few more showings, but we're not going to get offers, or we're going to get a low offer. And then we're going to do another price reduction to $505, and then you're going to get $475 all cash, and you're going to think you need to take it because it's your first offer, and we spent 60 to 90 days trying to get one. Whereas if you list at $499 now, there's a good chance we get $495 or better within the first week to 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
And having the courage to tell somebody that is not, especially when it's a close personal friend or relationship, it's a successful person that is smart, that is just a little bit blinded by their own attachment. When there's emotion, when there's family connection, when there's sentimental values. It's hard.
Well, yeah, no.
It's like most realtors deserve half of what they get paid, and the realtors that can do this deserve everything they get and more.
Yeah. And a conversation I've been having with sellers is, buyers are still conditioned to thinking homes should sell in under a week because of COVID. And when buyers see a home sit on the market for a month even, or 2 months, they're wondering what's wrong with this house. And there's nothing wrong with this house. It was just overpriced to begin with. And now you're going to get below fair market value because you wanted to chase the market and buyers think something's wrong with this house. And I think this is actually a really good tip for a buyer that wants to find some kind of deal on a house right now. Look at homes that have been on the market for 2-3 months.
Yeah.
There's probably nothing wrong with that house other than being overpriced in the beginning. And every other buyer is thinking what you are right now, that there's something wrong with it because it's been on the market.
Yeah.
I think that is
couldn't
where
agree more.
buyers can find some kind of deal right now.
Couldn't
It's not
agree
going to
more.
be a crazy deal,
The
but
two home. Okay, so I've owned 3 personal residences in my adult life. The first one was an opportunity that fell in my lap. Bought it instantly, paid what they wanted for it. Okay, they didn't see the potential.
we've owned the same amount of personal residences.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
I was in 2 years, 2 years, and
2 years, 2 years is good.
yeah.
I mean, you got a good step up twice.
I mean, like
Made money, I'm sure.
150,000 between the 2 homes.
Yeah, it's great. So the first one was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. They didn't see the future value. I created that. Great, awesome. Second one, 6 months on the market, no reductions. Very well-to-do, successful seller. Okay, came in, offered what was $75,000 less than their original list price, and $40,000 less than their current list price, and the sales price was $350,000. They were at $390,000. They started at $525,000 or $425,000, not $525,000, $425,000. But I paid $350,000, right? Okay. It was also in the winter. Okay. The second house I bought very late March. I put it under contract in early March. It had sat on the market since September through the winter. Okay. I paid $650,000. They started off at $799,000. So it's like, I mean, yeah, there was nothing wrong with it. They overpriced it.
Yeah.
They overpriced it. They overpriced it at the wrong time. They listed it in September and overpriced it in a normally, like a typical seasonal market. That was 2019 or not 20. Yeah, that was 2018 into 2019.
Yeah. If you're an agent talking to buyers right now and you want to sound really smart, you have that conversation with them. Like, hey, let's look at some of these houses that have been on the market for a few months.
Agreed. 100%.